Dior Homme Parfum, best designer perfume for a Fragmatic like you, coming up. Hello YouTube, hello dear Fragmatics, welcome to another video. Today we take a look at Dior Homme Parfum. I ordered my bottle from the official Dior website in France, so the presentation you will see in this video is as official as it can be. When I first got this fragrance, it was in this beautiful white box, and I've made two unboxing videos when I first got this fragrance, and if you want to watch them to see the full presentation or for authenticity reasons or to fulfill your guilty pleasures, I will leave the links to both of these videos in the description of this one. You can watch it after you watch this one. One thing you will see I'll do with all my Dior fragrances is that I recover the sticker and I put it back on the box, because all Dior fragrances have elegant stickers. I know, I just unlocked your new obsession, and for you hardcore Fragmatics, the batch code is 3C02. You can see it here. Let's go to Fragrantica. These are the official accords. If you want to read them, you can pause this video. When it comes to the official notes, some of them are presented on Fragrantica, and I think they are extra notes according to me. On the top you have Tuscan Iris, Italian Orange, and I think there is also a Lavender note. On the middle you have Leather, Rose, and I think there is also a Vanilla note. And on the base you have Sandalwood, Ambrette, Agarwood and Cedar, but I think there is also a Cinnamon note and a Patchouli. The notes are great for the presentation, but the most important thing is how it smells. Dior Homme Parfum, it smells expensive, complex and high quality right from the first sniff until the last waft. Dior Homme Parfum is the real definition of the saying, a niche quality perfume inside a designer bottle. It's an addictive, alluring, sexy and classy perfume for men that want to stand out, for men that want full attention from women. Dior Homme Parfum, it's an iris, leather, florals and woods masterpiece that elevates your look and your personality. It takes you from a normal guy and makes you a Brad Pitt or a George Clooney. Dior Homme Parfum. What else? Before we analyze the scent profile, let me show you the atomizer. It looks like this. And let me show you how it sprays. Perfect, top-notch, pressurized, high quality. I mean, you can easily dose the sprays. Yeah, you can spray less or more. Perfect mist, no drops. Top-notch atomizer. Dior Homme Parfum opens with a blast of iris, florals and a sweet juicy orange. You will know from the first sniff, the first seconds, that this is an iris bomb. The iris is not the same iris you get in Dior Homme Intense. This iris is darker, denser and more manly. Dior Homme Parfum, it's sweet but not glowing, powdery, mature and dense. It's very floral in the opening but doesn't feel feminine like Dior Homme Intense because of that natural lavender which balances all the floral notes. Dior Homme Parfum feels like the rich business dad of Dior Homme Intense. This smells so good. So good and complex. It also has a light spiciness. In my opinion, I think there is birch and some cinnamon and vanilla there. It has a sweet spiciness in the middle, and also in the same time you get a leather note, fine leathery note, which gives it a smooth touch and some extra woods in the background, which makes it manly. The opening of Dior Homme Parfum is powdery, floral, sweet, spicy, leathery and a little bit woody. I can assure you fellows that Dior Homme Parfum is the best blended designer perfume you ever smelled. The opening, it's clean, has no rough edges, it's heavy, it's dense and it's hypnotizing. Dior Homme Parfum will attract women and they will give you the look you want, the big eyes and the smiling faces. And you will know the game of attraction, it's on. Into the middle, the iris tones down, but it's still the start of the show. Now you get some leathery accord and you start to smell like luxury. At first, the leathery accord smells like something you get in Armani Code Absolu, that fine suede, or in Le Mal Elixir by Jean-Paul Gaultier, but it feels more refined. You get also the vanilla lingering in the background, like in Armani Code Absolu. You get a clean and sweet floral accord. I think this is the rose, and it's done to perfection. I normally don't like rose in perfumery, well, I don't like it too much, but this rose and floral mix is the best blend I ever smelled, and for sure you will attract women. It's powdery, it's creamy, clean, and the seductiveness is through the roof. Deep into the heart, the scent profile changes for a more rugged approach and feels like the lights dimmed down. The iris becomes darker, less powdery, and more creamy. The birch accord and the spices amp up, and the sweetness kind of fades away, while keeping a little bit of the sweet, clean floral accord. The scent profile is pungent because the leather is more animalic, with the arrival of the Ambrette note, which is similar to musk but more complex and sometimes can have boozy qualities. The sandalwood also shines, and the cedarwood adds a woody and smoky background. The middle is creamy, powdery, sweet, spicy, leathery, woody, and smoky. Finally, into the dry down, the seductiveness continues, but now it's all about manliness and power. The iris tones down and the leather accord takes the lead. Although it's more rugged than in the opening, it's not as rugged as something you will get with Tom Ford fragrances. In my opinion, it's a perfect balance between smooth and rugged. The woods shine, especially the sandalwood and the cedar, has power and depth, but it's also smooth, creamy, and smoky. Fellows, I don't get too much of it or any. Or let's put it in other words, Dior Homme Parfum has as much agarwood as your bank account has money after you placed a big order for niche perfumes. What you get instead is plenty of cinnamon and a patchouli note to mimic the agarwood. And I think this is a good choice because it makes it green and earthy and gives it another dimension. The dry down will bring you a more serious leather note, a spicy fruity sweetness, and for the body of the scent profile you will get a creamy sandalwood, a smoky cedar, which is perfectly complemented by a green and earthy patchouli. Dior Homme Parfum, it feels like a reformulated old money luxury perfume from the 90s. And now let's resume all the things I just said. Compared to Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, it's for mature men. Let's put it in other words, Dior Homme Parfum is the leader of the clan, while Dior Homme Intense is his son. Also, Dior Homme Parfum is the best blended designer perfume you ever smelled, and has a great performance. It's iris and leather done to perfection for men with attitude and charisma. Dior Homme Parfum, it's sweet, powdery, floral, spicy, leathery, woody, smoky. I mean, you need so many words to describe the complexity and the richness of the scent profile and the value you get with this perfume. Has a unique scent profile, and for sure Dior Homme Parfum, it's a weapon to attract women attention and their admiration. For this review, these past days I've conducted an experiment and I've noticed that men over 30 will prefer Dior Homme Parfum, while young lads and women of all ages will go for Dior Homme Intense. With that said, don't worry guys, eventually all women will fall for Dior Homme Parfum. It's like a delayed attraction bomb. Since the scent profile has more richness and it has more depth, it will remain in the mind of a woman, and that's exactly what you want. And now let's get to the performance for Dior Homme Parfum, which is at least 4 times better than Dior Homme Intense. In my opinion, the performance for Dior Homme Intense for the latest reformulation is as good as a headache on a Monday morning. On the other hand, Dior Homme Parfum has good performance, even great performance. Longevity, you can get around 8 hours, even plus, depending on how much you spray, the conditions and the skin type. You get above average projection for the first 2 hours, and sillage you get above average for the first 3 hours. When it comes to seasons and time of the day, this is perfect for spring, autumn and winter, daytime or nighttime, it doesn't matter. Wear occasions, Dior Homme Parfum, it's a perfect choice for a date or a romantic night, but can also be used for formal events. And if used with care, it can also be an office scent. I don't recommend you wear Dior Homme Parfum if it's too warm, because it can be cloying and headache inducing. Now, friendly advice for you fellows or for ladies if you are watching this review. In my opinion, Dior Homme Parfum, it's a perfect choice to be used as a perfume for a wedding event. When it comes to the age, in my opinion, I think you need to be at least 30 years old to match the image that this perfume gives you with your image, because this is a mature scent for sophisticated men with charisma. Now, if you are below 30 and you can assume this scent profile, just go for it. No restrictions there. When it comes to who can wear this fragrance, this is definitely and without doubts a manly fragrance. And now let's see what the thumb of approval has to say. Do I like this fragrance? Yes, I do. And I'm also surprised about the fact that I like this fragrance, because I don't quite like the other variations of Dior Homme, even the original. But this one I like. And now the big question. Is Dior Homme Parfum a safe blind buy? Yes, it is. This is a safe blind buy for every man that has a passion for perfumes. And even if you end up not liking the scent profile or not liking 100% the scent profile, this can be considered an investment. If Dior decides by any chance to reformulate this or to change the performance, or I don't know, to make something to break the scent profile, just imagine, the price for your bottle will explode. On that note, if you buy a brand new bottle of Dior Homme Parfum and you smell it for the first time, and you consider it doesn't smell like the original, or it doesn't smell like the one your friend has, or the tester, or the one your favorite YouTuber says it smells like, don't panic. Spray at least 10 times and leave it to macerate for, let's say, 6 months or even more. Because believe it or not, expensive fragrances, they also macerate. But for the moment, Dior uses the same formula, so don't panic, you will obtain the same results. If there are any ladies watching this, friendly advice, this can be a good choice, a good gift to offer to your man, or if you want to, let's say, impress someone which has a little bit of a, let's say, culture in perfumes, you can impress them by offering this. When it comes to the price, it's quite high, around $150 or euros, and this can only be found on the official Dior website. From my tracking for the last few years, Dior is increasing the price of this by around $7 or euros per year. Now, in Europe and especially in France, this can be easily purchased from the official website. Sometimes it goes out of stock, but it comes back. But in Europe, it can be easily purchased only from the official website. I understood that in United States and Canada, it can be difficult to find this. So what I advise you to do is to input your email address. They have a space there, and they will send you a notification when they have some in stock. On the other hand, if you have some friends in Europe, or if you plan a trip to Europe, I advise you buy it from the official website in France or another country in Europe. The question is, will I buy a second bottle of Dior Homme Parfum? Yes, for sure yes, because Dior Homme Parfum is not only the best blended designer fragrance with a unique and luxury scent profile, but it's also an investment. And that's all for today, dear Fragmatics. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have some feedback, please share it with me. Like always, I want to take a moment to say a big and special thank you to all my current subscribers. If you are new here and if it's your first time and you watch this video until the end, it means that I'm doing something good, something you like, something useful for you. So I will invite you to subscribe to join the family. To all of you, again, a big special thank you for watching my videos, for all your support and for all your feedback. That's all for today. Until next time, take care, stay safe and smell amazing. Bye!